How's it going, guys? Voodoo Firearms here, and today we're doing a top 6 concealed carry gun video, and this is for summertime carry, and all of these are going to be 9mm, and this is kind of what works today for us and what is kind of some of the best choices and most popular choices out there for concealed carry. So starting off with the first gun, it is going to be the Smith & Wesson M&P 9 Shield EZ. So the nice thing about the EZ here is the biggest complaint about the original Shield was how hard it was to rack the slide. This one, you have a backstrap safety, which allows you to rack the slide much easier. So if you have arthritis, any kind of injury or struggle with racking the slide, this is definitely a good choice for concealed carry. MSRP right around $450. You could probably find a good deal if you come to a local gun store like us. So we carry these here, but this is 9mm, and it does come with two 8-round magazines. So 8+1, so you get 9 shots. And also a nice little touch on this gun is the spring here has this tab where it's easy to load. A lot of times, a thing that's overlooked is loading the magazine to full capacity. The last few rounds are really hard to do without a speed loader. So that's a nice touch there by Smith & Wesson. But this is one without a thumb safety. You can get this with thumb safety, but it's a good size. It's controllable. You get a full grip on there, and it's just a real good gun. Definitely a good contender. You also have a rail here if you want to add a lighter laser or anything like that. And sights, it does come with standard 3-dot sights, but you could always replace those as well. But yeah, that's the Smith & Wesson EZ Shield 9mm. That's the first gun we recommend for concealed carry this summer. Next up on the list is going to be the Equalizer, still by Smith & Wesson. And this is a very similar style gun. It actually looks a lot like it. You can notice the difference in the slide. Now this one has an optic ready cut here. So if you ever wanted to add a red dot or maybe thought about adding something like that in the future, it is capable of doing that. You already have everything you need, so you don't need any gunsmithing work. But this gun is a little bit heavier. Still real easy slide to rack. Great for carry. And then you get a little bit of a bigger capacity magazine. This is a 10+1, so you get 11 rounds there with that. And just trying to look at my notes here real quick. Yeah, this is a great gun. Now this gun is a little more expensive. So the MSRP is a little bit higher, but again, stop in Voodoo Firearms. You can come check them out off the shelf here and see what kind of prices we have at them currently, or if we're running any sales on them. But yeah, the barrel length is about the same size as that previous gun I just showed you. Real comfortable. And this one you actually get, I believe, 3 magazines with it. You get a 10-rounder, a 13-rounder, and a 15-rounder. So that's pretty nice. The weight, this one is a little bit, I would say it feels right about the same. It's 22.9 ounces. So good for carry. But yeah, that's the Smith & Wesson Equalizer, another top choice for concealed carry this summer. And now we're going to move on down the line and take a look at the next one, and it is the Springfield Hellcat Pro. So these guns are awesome, very comfortable. I think, in my opinion, it's one of the most comfortable grips out of all the guns on this list. Some people don't like the finger groups. For me, it just fits great, and you get a full grip on there. So this one has a optic on it. It has the Crimson Trace red dot comes with it, but there's a lot of different optics that work for these slide cuts. This one, you also get that high-vis front night sight. You get the U-notch rear, and this is just an awesome gun. Real smooth slide, very accurate. These magazines too on the Springfields, I mean, they just shoot out of there. That is one nice thing. Sometimes you got to hit a button and kind of pull the mag out manually, not with these Springfield mags. And this is a full capacity concealed carry gun. You got 15+1 right here. And there's so many different variations of all these guns I'm showing too. This is kind of what we have in store here, just kind of show. But that's the Hellcat Pro. This is going to be more expensive, especially with all the kind of the bells and whistles on it. You got the night sights, you got the red dot optic on there. Try to show that in frame. It's kind of hard to do. Oh, there we go. Kind of show you what kind of your sight picture would look like. But yeah, MSRP on this one's around $650. Barrel length, 3.7 inches. Capacity, this one is a lot better for capacity. So if you're one of those guys that want to carry a substantial amount of firepower, 15 rounds, or 15 plus 1, so 16 rounds of 9mm. As long as you got some good self-defense rounds, this is more than capable for concealed carry, in my opinion. So excellent size for capacity. Some people might think this is on the little larger end for concealed carry for summer. So this is the largest gun on the list, so that's something to keep in mind. But overall, you get a great gun here. Great shooting. It's not too snappy. Great grip, great barrel on it. That's the Springfield Hellcat. It's number 3 on the list. All right, moving along. Number 4. So, couldn't talk about, or had to talk about SIG on this list here. This is the SIG P365. And if you're not familiar with this gun already, it's a great gun for concealed carry. Very popular, and it's modular. This one, you get the high-vis front sight. It's a night sight. You also get the rear tritium night sights. This one doesn't have any kind of optic cuts, but this is one set up for ultimate deep concealability. As you can see, it's kind of streamlined, nothing really for anything to snag on. All the edges are rounded off. This is made for, you know, concealed carry. That's the primary reason for this gun here. MSRP, right around $500, but it depends. Again, look around, shop around, stop in Voodoo Firearms, come check us out. This one you get, usually it comes with 2 magazines, but there's 10 rounders, 12 rounders, and 15 rounders. So depending on what kind of variant you get or submodel will determine what kind of mags you get in the box with it. But you could expect to at least get 1, but you probably will get 2 in the box. So ultra concealable, this is a lightweight, it has a good trigger, lots of aftermarket support too for SIG, and it's modular. These guns, the serial number is in the fire control group or unit, so you could actually remove that. And where's it at here? There it is. You can see the serial number is actually not on the polymer. It's in a metal frame that could be removed, and that's considered your gun. So you could get a different frame, a different slide, a lot of different stuff, and still have the same gun. So that's kind of cool if that's something you're into. I don't know where you live. There's restrictions. You can only have 1 gun, but you have a lot of different uses for it. That's something like that. So very modular and very reliable. These are great guns, SIGs. So that's number 4 on the list. And continuing on, the next one we're going to talk about is the Glock. So this is one of my personal favorites. I think this is the 43X, first of all. I think this is one of the best general purpose small 9mm, if that makes sense. This is a gun that could hold, it comes outfitted right now with 10 rounds. You get the 10 round magazines, but there's companies, Shield Arms is one of them, that make aftermarket 15 round magazines that have the same kind of footprint, that are the same size. So a gun this size, it's a little bit slimmer than that Springfield Hellcat, will hold 15 rounds plus 1. And then it's a Glock, so, you know, very reliable. A lot of people are already kind of trained up on this platform and are comfortable shooting Glocks. And they're reliable, and there's a lot of aftermarket support. So the 43X is definitely one I recommend for concealed carry for this summer. And it just feels really good. If you haven't had a chance to go to the range or a gun store and get one of these in your hands, I highly recommend it. It just feels really good, and it's a Glock, so, you know, you got all your Glock fanboy people out there that are going to recommend this gun, and they do for good reason. It's a really good choice for concealed carry. All right, but that's the, oh, real quick, it comes with 2 of these 10-round mags. I mean, you could buy just about anything for a Glock aftermarket too. They make lights and lasers for this. You could get a slide cut, you could get a different slide, make an optic, different sights, aftermarket triggers, holsters, you know, lots of aftermarket support for Glocks. But this is definitely, if I were to pick one off the list, this would be the one I would choose, the Glock 43X for summertime carry 2025. All right, now we have one more option, and this is going to be a little bit more of a budget-friendly option, which is still a good gun, but this is the Ruger, the EC9S. And this gun is the only gun on this list, I believe, that has a thumb safety. So if you are a person that kind of likes the peace of mind of having a manual thumb safety right here, The Ruger does have it. And this looks like just like their old, what was it, the LC9? But this is the striker fire version. So a much better trigger, more modern design. This is a single stack, so slim, not that great in capacity. You get 7+1, but this is a great budget option. I don't know, the MSRP right around $350, something like that. But yeah, you get a nice trigger on it. It is a striker fire now, slim, very slim line. The sights, not much there, but I mean, for a budget-friendly option, this is better than nothing. And again, 9mm. But yeah, this is a nice gun for pocket carry. Now, out of all these guns on the list, I would, you know, feel comfortable carrying any of them. And this is just kind of for 2025 for the summer, kind of what we recommend here at Voodoo Firearms. But thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it. I'm going to go ahead and pause it and kind of bring them all out here to show them side by side. All right, I'm back. Just kind of wanted to lay them all out here to kind of show you what they look like compared, lined up to each other. Kind of what they look like aesthetically. So if you're someone who chooses your gun off of looks. But again, this is the one I recommend. You can never go wrong with the Glock 43X or anything on that list, or anything on this list for that matter. But again, thanks for watching. Stop by in Minooka here at Voodoo Firearms. We have a pretty good selection. We also do concealed carry classes. And don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye.